everyone, so today's video is my makeup rolling project pan update, and I'm not sure which number update this is, but you can see in the title. So yeah, I did make some good progress in the last month and I'm excited to roll in a couple new products, so let's just go ahead and get into the products. So the first one is this L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer, and I have been using this pretty much every time I do my makeup. I used it 11 times since the last update, and I have used it 36 times in total, so there really is no way to tell how much I have left in this, so I'm just going to keep using it and hopefully it'll be done by next month. I feel like there's not much product left in here, so I'm thinking I'll be able to finish it by the next update. Next is a product I've been really struggling with. This is the Catrice Camouflage Cream, and this is just a pot concealer, and I used this 6 times since the last update, and I've used it 37 times in total, and as you can see, there is a dip going in there, but I'm just not really motivated to use this because I feel like it's going to take me forever to hit pan, but I'm just going to keep this in and keep trying to use it, and I guess we'll see. Hopefully I will be able to hit pan in the next few months. And then another concealer I have in this project is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. So as you can see, there is not much product left in here. I didn't mark it because I'm bad at project panning, but I think it was like about up to here when I started. So I have been making progress on this and I've been using it almost every time I do my makeup. I did use it 11 times since the last update, and I've used it 26 times in total. So I feel like this might take me a little bit to go through because I don't use very much of this when I do use it, and the color is a little bit weird on me. It's almost like gray toned, so this isn't my favorite concealer. And then I have a foundation. This is the Colourpop No Filter Stix. This has been in this project for a pretty long time, and as you can see, I don't have very much left. But the thing with this is I used to use so much of it. That's how I went through it so quickly initially, and I realized that it can look a bit cakey if you use too much. So I've really only been using a tiny amount of this, and I actually do like it that way. If you just use a little bit, it goes a really long way. So I'm not going through this as quickly, but I have been using it just not as much because I've also been playing with some of my other foundations. So I did use this 6 times since the last update, or I used this 8 times since the last update, and I have used it 35 times in total. So I'm hoping I will be able to finish this by the next update. The next product is something I rolled in last update. This is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana, and I think this is supposed to be like a bronzer, but clearly it's not a bronzing shade. And I used to use it as like a highlight. You can see it has a lot of use on it, but I've actually been using this as a finishing powder. So my goal is just to hit pan on this, and then I think I'm gonna declutter it just because it's so old and it's not my favorite product. I like it as a finishing powder. It gives a nice glow to the skin, but yeah, it's just super old and I've had it forever. I did use this 9 times since the last update, and I can sort of see like a ring around there, so I'm hoping that I can hit pan on this by the next update. The next product is something I've been working on, I'm pretty sure since the beginning of this project. This is the Colourpop blush in the shade I Need Space, and I've been kind of not motivated to use this because as you can see, there's barely even a dip going in here and I haven't made much progress, but I used this 8 times since the last update and I've used it 40 times in total. So for using it 40 times, there's really not much progress on this, but I'm just gonna try to keep using it every so often and hopefully eventually I will hit pan. So maybe in the next few months I will try to use it a little bit more to speed up the process. But yeah, blushes are like the hardest product for me to hit pan on because I already hit pan on a bronzer and a highlight that was in at the same time as this blush. So I'm hoping I'll be able to hit pan in the next few months with this. Now I have a couple lip products. This is the Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner in the shade Big Proposal. As you can see, this is getting pretty small, so we're getting close to the end with this. But I have been consistently using this mostly every time I do my makeup. So I used it 15 times since the last update, and I have used this 55 times in total. So this does last a really long time. I feel like this is a bit harder than other lip liners I have. It's not as creamy, it's a bit more dry, so it doesn't go as quickly. Here are the markings where I've been showing my progress. So as you can see, I've pretty much been making consistent progress, and I also forgot to show you the Colourpop foundation, but as you can see in the beginning, I made a bit more progress. I was making quicker progress because I was using so much product, but now as you can see, I'm not making as much progress even though I'm still using the foundation pretty much the same amount. So yeah, I have been making consistent progress on this, but I think it'll still take a few more months to finish. And then the other lip product we have is this Tarte lipstick in the shade Beach Babe. And I really don't have much of this left, but it is getting slower and slower progress because obviously it's not a slanted tip anymore. So this takes a lot longer to go through because obviously it's more product. But this is my progress. So as you can see at the beginning, I was kind of making more progress quicker, but now I'm not making as progress just because I've worn down the thinner tip. So yeah, I think hopefully I will be able to finish this in the next couple months, probably about the same time I also finish the lip liner. Then I have this e.l.f. little bronzer and blush duo in the shade Bronze Pink Beige, and I did roll this in last time, so I'm just trying to hit pan on both or either of these shades. I have really been enjoying cream products, and I did use this 13 times since the last update, so I'm slowly making progress. I don't know how long it will take me to hit pan. I feel like I will hit pan on the blush before the bronzer, just because when I use the bronzer, I feel like it's a little harder pressed almost. The blush is a lot more creamier, so yeah, hopefully I will be able to hit pan in the next couple months. And then I have another product that I rolled in last time. This is a Colourpop Super Shock shadow in the shade Fluffy, and this is just a really pretty gold, and it has like a pink duochrome shift to it. So this is a really pretty, more everyday color, but as you can see, it has shattered before, and actually I think I got this off of Poshmark and it came shattered, so I just pressed it back in with my finger. But I did take this on vacation with me and it ended up shattering again, so I just tried to press it back in there as best as I could with my finger, but it's probably going to take me a pretty long time to hit pan on this. People say that it's easy to hit pan on Super Shock shadows, but I don't understand because I literally use the tiniest amount of this and it takes so long to use one of these up. Like, I have a Super Shock shadow that I've used so much and it looks like it's barely been touched. So I don't understand how people go through these so quickly. But I did use this 5 times since the last update, and I'm not really sure how long this will be in this project, but I'm just gonna keep using it and see if I can make progress on it. Now for the products that I've either finished up or hit pan on. So the first one is this Catrice Prime and Fine Mattifying Powder, and last time I was pretty close with hitting pan, and I actually only used it one more time after the last update to hit pan on it, and I have been using it like even after I hit pan on, I've still been using it, so that's why there's a pretty big pan in it, and I'm hoping to finish this eventually, but I am gonna roll it out even though I'm probably gonna keep using this. But the product that I'm rolling in is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Face Powder. So this is in the shade Creamy Natural, and this used to be like my favorite face powder because it's like a powder foundation, so it does give a little bit of coverage, and as you can see, I've already hit pan, so I do want to completely finish this. So I am planning to use this on days where I don't really want to wear a liquid foundation and I just want kind of a light natural look. So I might not use this as often, so it might take a little bit longer to get through, but I'm okay with that. I'm excited to roll this in and finish it off because Physicians Formula is no longer cruelty free. And I used to use this like when I was in high school, so this is probably pretty old as well. And then the last product that I finished off is the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. And this is just a really nice hydrating face primer. So, I mean, it didn't do anything special. It was just a little bit of hydration under my foundation. So, I did enjoy it. But yeah, I'm happy to get this out of my collection. And the product I'm rolling in doesn't really replace that item necessarily because it's a bronzer, so that doesn't really make sense. But I do have another primer in this project, and soon I'm going to be starting a new project and I'm putting a primer in that. So I wanted to try to hit pan on a bronzer because I'm not panning any bronzers right now. So this is the Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. And I have gotten a lot of use out of this because this is one of my favorite bronzers. It's not completely matte, it's a little bit glowy, so I do really enjoy it, and it's a little bit warmer than some of my other bronzers, so I want to get more use out of it, especially now in the summertime. So yeah, my goal is just to hit pan on this, so I really don't know how long it'll take me. Obviously, it already has been used, so I kind of have a head start. But yeah, I'm hoping it won't take too long to hit pan on this. So that's it for this update and all the progress that I've made. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys are doing a project pan or what products you're trying to pan right now. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And I do post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.